Good morning, and we combined for a bit this morning and then we got rained out. Now we are trying out the new pit for the first time. Got the dryer all cleaned off and dealt with. The first load of corn to go in the pit is pulling up around the yard here shortly. So. See how this goes. Half a dumper before it even brings corn up out of the pit. Huh? It's a half a dumper capacity underneath the pit somewhere. Is it going into the lag? Got a couple kernels coming out of the net. But I hear it falling in. Wish I could see in there. I don't know what'll happen when she starts, when she does get overloaded, but. Because I finally got the pit hole full, that it's not going right through the slot. It's taking it. It's taking it. It says the amp meter's reading 10 on this, and the max is 15, so. Do we dare turn it off full? It can't run empty. It was rattling like a... Yeah, it's very sticky right now. Everything, like it was... We've had the covers off all day and we got probably 5 mil of rain, so... She's a little sticky down there, but dump a few loads in, just clean the sides off, and yeah, it's working. There's only one small leak up here. That is awesome. That was a lot of work, and a lot of work during a very busy season to boot. So. Got a little patch to do up there. So I might just shove a rag or something in the little hole if there is. Oh, that feels good. And put the seal back on that. It's all flowing into the lag nice. Right on. Oh. We saved a lot of money doing that ourselves. It was a lot of work, but I think the original quote was like 250 grand for a pit. I don't even know what we'd be into this one, but it's not even a third of that, I'm sure. Load number 2. We're taking the receiving leg to about 20 amps and the max is 25. So we're not at 8,000 bushel an hour yet. So I'm kind of nervous to open the slides. As of now, we don't need to. So. That was a lot of work. I am so happy it's working right now. We're not going to push it for the first couple days. I guess there's a lot of firsts today. That's the first corn in the new bin as well. Cut the grates out this morning so that if we do get clumps, they don't plug the sumps. Things are happening. First loop's working. Okay, we sent everybody for lunch. We'll get warmed up, and I think a few people changed it. There's a 70% chance of a millimeter this morning, and it just dumped on us. But it's warmed up now. Pit works. Next order of business is making a bigger hole than that, so we can utilize our pit that we can dump a whole dumper in. People are probably gonna say, well, why don't you just open the tailgate? With all the issues that we had, and this one's not the, this one is the bad one. All the issues that we had with the pivot points this year, we'll just get through the year with these. And Weaver Lane's supposed to be coming out. We just gotta find a day that nobody's doing anything. This is foolproof at this point. The tailgates are not gonna break if they stay bolted up. I'll just make 2 more holes. The corners clean out nicely. And I'm really worried that we're gonna have lots of tailgate issues if somebody dumps a full load of corn with the tailgate half open. This is foolproof. And then people aren't gonna forget to, 1, bolt them back up, because they won't hold corn. They aren't heavy enough to stay closed without bolts in them. And 2, we don't even have the hydraulics hooked up for the tailgates, so nobody can accidentally hit the wrong remote and bend the tailgates that way. This is foolproof. And I like foolproof. Keep it simple. So I'll make 2 more slides on each dumper, and we'll be able to dump pretty much just as quick. As you can lift it up, I'm sure it'll come out. So yeah, there is going to be corn come out of the corners. Are still full of corn. I'm not too worried about it. We'll shovel it up later. Rather than unbolting them or sweeping them out, I'm just going to cut my hole and do my welding, and then I can clean them out when the slides are there. It's fixing a problem to me. First corn out of the hole. It's not a big deal. We'll shovel it up and dump it in the pit. Not too worried. We got the soybeans in here still. I think just like anything, the setup takes longer than the actual project. But I cut some new doors out of this. It's nice thick steel. It's actually thicker than the tailgate's made out of. Probably could use the thinner stuff, but got a full sheet of that. I'll just use the torches. It'll take forever with a grinder. I didn't want to use the torches on this because it'll scorch the paint. I just have to weld 2 flat bars with a gap, or a piece of, I don't have angle iron, but pretty much identical to what they did here. I'm not going to get fancy with a handle. I'm just going to have a lip that you can hit with a hammer, and I'll maybe make a handle. But they should, as long as I make the slides loose enough, you'll be able to just tap them up with your hand. It's not a big deal. Anytime it's dumping into an auger or slower pit, you'll still use that door. This is mainly just for a situation like when we were doing high moisture corn that they're stockpiling. I can open all 3 up and drive, basically. speed things up with that. We are doing, like, on the list this week, there's 2 jobs that are, it's a half-hour tractor drive one way to haul the corn back to the elevator. If these guys can turn and burn at the elevator in 5 minutes instead of 15, we don't need, it's one less dumper we have to run. Hauling just as much corn, keeping the combine going, one less person, one less tractor running, all because it's the pit that we put in the ground is where that is going to shine, as long as we aren't waiting on other people to dump as well. But, that's gonna be there forever now. So like, you don't need to run that extra tractor at 2 in the morning anymore. So everyone gets a little more sleep. We're just more efficient. Always being more efficient is the name of the game. Actually, I think it was a TikTok or something. It was somebody was making fun of a trucker because his truck was parked. Like, oh, you don't make any money parked. All the comments were ripping the guy apart for parking for the night. It's like, one of the comments was the real flex is being able to make enough money that you can park for the night. And that kind of stuck. Like, yeah, it's cool to work all night every night, but at some point it gets old, and make enough money that you get to go home every night. That's the name of the game. It's more to life than that comment kind of resonated with me, I guess. But change plans. There's a skid of the sheets over there that are 16 inches wide. Those are to go around the outside of the pit. We haven't got to that. Probably aren't going to get to that at this point, because we need to figure out how to make that stuff not slippery to trim the pit off. So we got to get rocker guard and get them all painted up, and then they got to get welded in. And so I'm just going to make some slides at it. I'll just use one sheet up. If we have to, we'll cut one out of this thicker steel for that. But I think we'll be ending up getting more of the thin steel anyway to button up some stuff. But for today, I'm stealing it because that'll be quick for me. Always make sure your pants are tucked in. Oh, I need a new torch tip. The next step is to make spacers, which that's what those are, those pretty little pieces. So it's going to provide the gap for this piece, and then I weld, which I'm thinking of using. I might dump the other dumper. That corn falling out, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I know, I should have just did it. Then you weld that like that on a bit of a loose angle, and the slide can slide up and down. It's still open and shut and not fall out, because that would be unfortunate if it fell out going down the road or something. Weld it flush at the back, basically copying theirs. Flush at the back and up enough that it can't fall out unless you go really high with it. And that's basically a slide. Quick and dirty. Simple. That's the way I like it. A little fast and dirty. Don't even need a chain to hold it up. You can just let it go cook it. I might just weld a bolt or something to the top of that, just to keep it from coming all the way out. But if we don't like how loose it is, we can always tap these and bend them in. They're just welded on the outside. There's nothing there, obviously. So if we want them tighter, we can bang them in. But when there's corn weight against that, it'll for sure stay open. So there, one done. I kind of underestimated how long this is going to take. I always do. But I know if I stop now, I won't do the other one until winter. So at least get all the parts cut. yeah, one done. Okay, we got that tailgate all buttoned up, and then a few loads of corn showed up. Made some fine tweaking on the new pit. I think we've got it running to maybe about 7,000 bushel an hour right now. There's still room to go up. That was 28% corn though, so we're about to bite into our corn again, which is running right around 22, and we'll give it a go with that corn before we open it anymore, just to make sure that we're not going to have issues. Oh, I cannot describe how relieved I am that pit is working. That was a lot of lost sleep and a lot of work. Underestimated the amount of work, which I seem to do a lot, but it nice my buggy guy behind me. Neat buggy guy. Oh, it feels good to finally dump corn in it. It doesn't clean out very nice at the moment. I'm really hoping once everything gets shined up, it'll be a bit better. But yeah, we're gonna pick corn for a few hours now. We'll get when we got rained out this morning, we had 15 hours worth of corn at the site. A little more trickled in throughout the day, but we need to combine at least 2 or 3 hours worth of corn tonight to get us through till morning when we combine again. That was 15 hours from 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock we got rained out, so gotta make sure we pick for 2-3 hours, get enough corn for the dryer to run through the night. It's all cleaned out, it's all washed up, it's into an empty bin. It's all ready to go, we just gotta get the corn ready. Combine along here, Chris brought it up earlier. Little happy coincidence. 11 years ago today, we dumped the very first load of corn into our brand new elevator. Well, it was a brand new elevator at the time. Our brand new leg. 11 years ago today, we built our first 3 bins and a leg and a wet leg and a dry leg and put a dryer up. And now, 11 years later, the expansion that we did this year matches the size of the original build. And yeah, first time today using the new pit and the new bin, so that's pretty crazy. Coincidences like that always blow my mind. Like, what are the odds that 11 years ago today we were dumping the very first corn in a brand new pit, and today we're dumping the very first corn in a brand new pit. She's if you would have asked us 11 years ago if we ever thought it would get this big, we would have said you're crazy. And, it's been quite the wild ride with the elevator. But it's fun. Most days it's fun. When it sucks, it really sucks. Combining's going good. I'm finally doing insides. I was at like 32 acres of headlands at one point, so that was a little monotonous, but cleaning up a little 13-acre field. So I apologize for the round and around. And getting into some long rows to finish out the night, I think. I think we're at 120 ton done so far, something like that. Not really sure how much he wants tonight, but today's Monday, all day. There's a chance of 2 to 4 mil Wednesday, and then it looks like Friday, Saturday, Sunday are all aggressive rain events. So for sure by Thursday night we're going to want all 3 wet bins and the wet pad full of corn that you can dry through that rain event. So I think we're going to move, I think we'll be moving to the further away corn tomorrow at some point, I would imagine. Try and get that out of the way, because we're going to have 2 more combines for sure hauling in tomorrow, if not 3. So there's a couple high moisture corn side of those to fill, so we can keep our combine busy while other people are hauling in. But we also are quite a bit of wet storage right now, as of now. So 1 or 2 other combines hauling in isn't the end of the world either. Yeah. My average yield is slowly creeping up. We're at 215 dry. This is still 90% low. And that was all headlands. So we'll only need 230. We probably 225, 230 dry. Once we got all the headlands out. So not too bad. This farm has some clay knobs that are struggling. There's some more clay knobs on the other side of the creek, and it is what it is. It just ran out of moisture, that's all.
Well, I guess I better end this video.
Yeah, a little after 10 o'clock. Dad says he's got enough corn to for sure drive through the night. It's gonna fire back up. Hopefully a decent time tomorrow morning, and yeah, carry on and see how crammed the elevator gets tomorrow. But yeah, like I said earlier, there's 3 much corn silos to keep the combine busy if our elevator gets full. So just kind of always make sure that dryer has corn and kind of go from there. So yeah, we'll hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, new elevator pit.
Coming together. Everything is working like it should. So that is a relief. I was very stressed about that for a little bit. So hope you enjoyed following along with that project, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come. But we'll talk to you later.